Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, class. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? Hopefully, you are fine. You are pretty fine to join me in this Nelita online learning. I hope you and your family are fine today. I hope you and your family are fine in the future, not only today. In this situation, in the era of COVID-19, don't forget to keep this distance from other people, to wear your mask, to wash your hand every time when you touch with someone else. And don't forget to keep healthy, to eat good food, to eat good foods, or to have a nutritious drinks. Today, as your English teacher, I would like to present, and I would like you to listen to me and concentrate to the material of procedure text. Procedure text is a text that is designed to describe how something is achieved through a sequence of action or step. So when you are going to try to make something, and then you will have to explain that in the sort of a process, based on the sort of a process or step. And then what is the aim, what is the goal, what is the objective of procedure text is to guide you to be able to make the reader understand your point of doing something or finishing or get the result of something in a very good way, in a sort of ways, or in a procedural process of doing something. That is what is the aim or the goal of studying this subject. And now let's go for the main point of this subject. I'll try to guide you to generic structure of procedure text. It consists of three parts. The first one is about the aim or the goal, as I previously said. And the second one is about the point, the material that you are going to tell about. And then number three, what you will have to remember is about the step you are going to do when you are making the process of making something or telling about something. In a procedure starts, we are not going to use the material. There is three types of procedure text that are not going to use the tools or the material. The first one is procedure text that explain how to do the instruction manually. Like when you buy a new television, and how it works, how you will have to make the television function to have some channel. In the packet of television, a new television that you bought, we usually found the instruction that you will have to follow to make your TV set is going to be used. Next, procedure text is also explain about the rule or of how you are going to do something. Like in a flight safety role or video game roles. That you can also, the flight safety roles that you can find also on your seat in at the plane, and video role games when you buy the cassette or something that you need to play with your new game, and then when you are entering an application of a game, so you will see the instruction of how you will have to play the game. So you don't need the material for that. Number 3, procedure texts that guide human about the life, which relate with the attitude or the habitude of the human. It must be mostly maybe it is about psychological barrier or psychological problem, and then you will have to make some advice or maybe suggestion to people, and then you will have to write something for people to read, and then they can understand you based on the steps that you have to write. The example of those texts are like how to be happy, how to be useful for someone, and how to get a boyfriend, etc. So that is the example of how you will have to guide the examples of procedure texts that doesn't need material or tools to explain. Food recipe is an example of procedure text. Another example is book instruction. When you buy a new TV or a new phone, as I said before, there must be a book instruction in the books. Book instruction is also one of the examples of procedure text. Actually, you can see many other examples besides that. When you want to download something from the internet, there are steps before you do that. So, you are easy to do because you got the guidance. You got the procedure of how you will have to do that. Now just take a look on the picture. It is a nice fur. Yeah. Pisang goreng, what we call fried banana in English. And then we have the way of how a writer write for you, give you the way, give you what you will have to do of how you make fried banana. Like the ingredients that you will have to prepare before you are going to serve pisang goreng or fried banana. Like the one ripe black skin plantain or small finger banana, 1 teaspoon sugar, 1 egg, 6 maybe it is 6 flour of, maybe you need 6 ounce or 6 of the flour. You need flour, a pinch of salt, water, vegetable oil, or deep frying. And okay. That is the ingredients of making fried bananas. And then what you will see next is the instruction or the step that you will have to do when you want to serve a fried banana. We can read this in a short way. Place flour in a deep mixing. Make a well in the middle of the flour and add eggs, sugar, and salt. Add water liter by liter. Whisk vigorously until batter is evenly smooth for coating and not too thin. It is too thin. If it is too thin, add more flour. So you don't make the flour to be thin. Second way of the instruction of making fried banana, peel plantation banana and cut in half, lengthwise, and then cut again with 4-inch wide, dip into batter to coat generously. Number 3, what you will have to do with your preparation, heat oil in a wok or deep fryer until moderately hot. Place coated plantain or banana in the wok or deep fryer and fry slowly until golden brown and crispy. This usually takes approximately 10 or 15 minutes. Remove banana from oil, drain on paper napkin or dry bowl. And the last step, serve while still warm. So you will taste a very good taste, delicious taste of fried banana. So what I show you today is the way of how you will have to make fried banana. Completely the ingredient with the step of how you will have to make that. So what I saw today is one of the example of procedure text. So you will have, previously I said that you don't need the ingredients, you don't need the material if you are telling about the instruction, or maybe it's about how you will have to give the advice or flag safety rules. Maybe you don't need material, but if you are writing about procedure of making something, so you will have to completely write the ingredients and then the way when you will have to make it. Next, I give you today is a very delicious nasi goreng fried rice, completely with the ingredients, and then how to make. We have to take or pay attention, concentrate deeply on how you will have to make. We have 12 steps of serving nasi goreng before you eat. So those ways are the procedure of making nasi goreng. Maybe I don't need to read you like previously I did, but what you will have to concentrate is you will have to write about something in the short of the procedure of making something based on the procedure. So never make that into a random procedure that maybe people will not understand you when you are writing that. Every different ways of making or doing something will be different in how you will have to explain the ways. But the main point is you will have to again make a sort of a procedure based on the order. Never make your preparation by writing the last step to the first, or maybe the first step to be the middle or the last step of making something. So please pay a very good attention and that process of writing about the step or the instruction of making or doing something. Right, next now let's go for next slide. What I show you today is different process of how you will have to tell people of how you will have to write something to make people understand to do what you will have to what you give or what you instruct people to do. Here what we see with drawing case with an ATM card. So this is the example of a non-material procedure text. So you don't need to prepare ingredients or whatever, or the material that you will have to tell your reader to do something in here. What you will have to do is you just tell the process or the sort of steps that you or that people have to do when they are withdrawing cash with an ATM card. So, what you will have to do, you will have to write the direction or the step. First one, you put the card into the slot. Number two, dial your personal identification number or shortly in a short pin, your pin. When the choices appear, select the withdrawal from checking. So you will have to concentrate on the languages, the sentence they are using here. Withdrawal from checking. Maybe in different ATM will have a kind of a different sort of process of withdrawing the cash from the ATM cabin. Next, enter the amount of money that you want to withdraw. Maybe you can enter, or you can also press a button that prepare about the a particular number of the money that you want to withdraw. The step number 5, when your money appears, take it. So money will appear at the downside of the ATM, so you just take it, pull it out. Number 6, when the machine asks if you have finished, so you just press yes. If it is in English, so you will have to press yeah if it is in Indonesian language. At the end, you will see a receipt come out from the ATM. So you take it out, and then next, the last step you will have to do is take out your card. Between your card and the receipt actually will appear randomly. Can be number 7 to be number 8, or number 8 will be number 7. Depend on the ATM machine prepaid by the bank. Right. I'm not going to tell you about how you will have to do about something on the process of making cinnamon toast or getting ready for snowy day. What I will try to guide you here, you will have to pay attention on how I guide you to this to the way of starting or maybe you will have to make your step to be clear based on a step-by-step procedure. In the text of how to make cinnamon toast, I here put first as the opening of my sentence about the first procedure, and then I go to the next step of my procedure of making cinnamon toast by using then as the next step of the procedure, and I close the step by saying at last. So this is the way of how you will have to make a sort of procedure when you write about something that you want to tell about the process of doing something or making something. So the first, the praise, the word that I used to show the importance that you need to pay attention, or I need you as the reader to have more attention on the step. So I will have to write here first, then at last. So three steps here. I'm going to explain about the step. So you concentrate at the opening words like first, then, and at last. Uh, at the other procedure text, getting ready for a snowy day, I still use the same way of how I open the instruction or telling you about the procedure of doing something. Still use the same word first, but I change then here by using next, and then the step number 3 I use then, and I use finally to close my explanation or my instruction or my guidance about of how you getting ready for a snowy day. So the previous one inform you, implies to you about 3 steps of making cinnamon toast. Now, the right side of the reading passage show you about 4 steps of doing something. All right. Still the same way. What I would like you to imitate next time after this presentation of how to make fried rice, or previously I saw with the picture, I would like you to pay attention on the step how to make it, how to make fried rice as previously. But now I would like you also pay attention of the way how I guide people to pay attention to the opening statement of the step of explaining the text or the procedure. Here I'm using the steps by saying first, second, third, fourth, fifth, finally. First, finally. So it consists of 6 ways, 6 steps of making fried rice. And then what you will have to concern about, so you will have to concern about the sort of step that I try to make you to pay attention specifically here. The next, also different ways of how you will have to tell the step of doing or making something. Here I use, previously I used first. Now I add L and Y to complete first, to be firstly, to stress out my first point, to make people pay real attention to the first step. So I write here firstly, and this and next I I say second, third, then next step, after that, next, or finally. So you all can make different ways of how telling, of how you are telling about the step of doing or making something. So we have now about a step of doing something, and then we have different words of expressing the opening sentence or opening words that you need to Okay, again, I would like to say that you will have to pay attention on the bold italic typing words here that is telling you about the sort of step that you are going to do. Firstly, as previously I said first, so maybe you differently say firstly here. Maybe you just want to stress your point out here. So you will have to add L and Y here. Firstly, and then I say second, third, then next step after that. Or before that, you can say also like that. Next, and finally. So this is the A step. The longer you have with the procedure, so of course you will have to find another opening word for telling about this step. For that, I would like to show you, I would like to guide you with the next slide. There are some other ways to state about the procedure, like you can say at first and then at the end. So this is the other way. You can say at first and then you combine this one and then differently. It is different when you say and then. It is different words or phrase. And then you will have to close. Beside of using finally, you can also at the end. You can use the word of at the end. Next, previously I saw you about firstly, and now number 2 will guide you to the consistent ways of how you will have to say the short of the step or the procedure of doing something. Firstly, secondly, thirdly, finally. So you will have to be consistent by adding ly, li at the end of each word. The other way of saying that, you can also say you are telling about the procedure of doing something or making something by saying at the beginning or next or at last when you want to close as the final point. The first one is also the stressing point of how you will have to stress the first one, the first step of doing or making something. The second, the third, etc. So you can go on with as many as possible based on the procedure that you need to tell, that you need to explain to the people or to your reader. All right, class. What I am showing you today, right now, is the procedure writing topic or ideas that you maybe make in the future when you want to practice your ability in writing procedure. So now today I give you the example or the title that you will have to write to evaluate your competence or to know your competence in writing the procedure. So I give you the topic, how do you play your favorite game? So please try to write that at your home. How do you tie shoes if you are not able to tie your shoes? So you will have to try to find out the procedure or the step, and then you try to tell me on your paper. Make that on your own ways. And then how do you put on makeup, especially for your girl at home? Please tell me of how you will have to do makeup on your face to make you more beautiful. Next, how do you make a snowman? Snowman, maybe it is not right topic to discuss because we are not, we don't have a snow season in Indonesia. There are many others that you need to choose by your own. You can make your writing and then tell me your step. Do that at your home. Do that at your home, and please choose one of those title or subject that you need to write, just give me in a week. I will get your homework to do in 1 week. So you will have to give me on Tuesday next week. That is what you will have to do. You can choose one of those titles, your subject, your topic here, and then you write the procedure of how you will have to make or how you will have to do. Guide everybody to do something that I show you here. Okay, that's all for the lesson or today's English lesson. Don't forget to study more than I gave you today. And don't forget to keep healthy. Always your mask up. Keep distance from other people. Wash your hand. Eat healthy food. Drink. Drink enough or take enough drink for you. Water is good, and vitamin C is better for you to to make you fitter, to make your body fit, and we are free from any sickness. Thank you for your attention for me today. I hope you are going to be smarter in future. You are going to be better in the future by studying much more about many things, especially English language as an international language. As you know, that this language, as Nokia says, connecting people around the world. So again, I would like to remind you, play hard, study hard, and then make yourself to have a very good person for your own bright future. Thank you. Don't forget to study hard. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.